Hello everybody, welcome back, and I am the Chornik, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk about the two champion battles that are coming up in the anime, ladies and gentlemen. We got Lance versus Leon, as well as Ash versus Leon as well. So, more information has came out, so it looks like Lance is going to fight with his red, shiny Gyarados, instead of his Dragonite, which is kind of interesting. Why wouldn't he fight with his ace Pokemon versus the other champion's ace Pokemon, not being Charizard, you know, a Dynamax Pokemon or whatever? I guess maybe he's trying to get the type advantage, but nonetheless, he's not using his Dragonite, and maybe that could be a reason for why he loses. Maybe people could be like, oh, well, he didn't use his ace Pokemon, so it doesn't count, you know, he's still probably more powerful with Dragonite, blah, blah, blah. Maybe they could say that, but yet again, no, it is champion versus champion. Gyarados does have a type advantage, so you could argue that, you know, Leon could be better just because he overcame a type advantage and another champion or whatever. But, you know, what better way for Leon to become the greatest trainer in the world than, you know, to defeat the former, you know, the original OG champion, you know, the Kanto and Johto region, right? You know, Lance, right? Fitting that the newest champion that was just introduced to us, you know, for the Galar region, for the new Pokemon games, you know, in order to claim the title as the greatest Pokemon trainer in the world, he would have to defeat a prior champion and, of course, the original, right? They're the first one, that being Lance. So I'm going to guess that Leon is going to win this battle because, I mean, they're marketing him as the undefeated champion, you know, he's this rising star. I don't think he's going to lose in his introduction episode, or even lose to Ash in the next episode, which it also says that, you know, Ash wants to battle him, perhaps, I guess, in this next episode. Or maybe Leon wants to battle him. I don't know the exact specific details. We only got, you know, small little summaries for these episodes. But perhaps Ash is so interested in Dynamax that he wants to go talk to Leon in particular, try to battle him. I'm going to guess that Leon is going to be declared the world's greatest, you know, champion, or the world's greatest Pokemon trainer. He's going to defeat Lance. That's the way it looks like, just because the episode right after is Ash versus Leon, and Lance not using his ace Pokemon, I think, helps contribute to that, you know. And so even though I think Lance is going to put up a really, really good fight, it's because of the introduction of Leon being undefeated and all this stuff, and Dynamax or Gigamax, right? It's going to really stick out to Ash, and Ash is going to want to battle him. Or maybe just because his Pikachu starts Dynamaxing for some reason, even without Ash having one of those Wishing Star bands, you know, Dynamax bands or anything, Pikachu just obviously gets bigger. Leon's like all of a sudden interested and wants to battle him. Or maybe Leon wants to battle Ash because, you know, Ash is the Alola champion and he wants to defeat the Alola region champion and stuff like that. But how that unfolds exactly, whether it's Ash that tries to get Leon to battle him, and, you know, if Ash defeats Leon right off the bat, well, Ash's journey is done. He just proved that he just beat the greatest trainer in the world. Ash's journey would be over at that point. So I don't think Ash would win against Leon, especially if Pikachu, this is the first time Pikachu ever, you know, Dynamax. You know, Ash probably doesn't know the true potential Pikachu has and doesn't know everything about Dynamax and stuff, and so obviously he's at a disadvantage. So just like, I guess, what Lance would be, right? Lance would also be at a disadvantage in his fight against Leon. So I don't think, if Lance will lose to Leon, I don't think Ash will win. Even though Ash has reached that status of being a Pokemon League champion, technically being the Alola region champion, being a region champion, he still has a ways to go, and I don't think he's gonna beat Leon right off the bat. If he does, then what the heck, you know, he's already a Pokemon master then at that point, because what else does he have to do if he already proved that he's better than the person that just won the world championship and, you know, is declared the best trainer in the world? And if Ash beats him right after that, what? You know what I mean? That depends, though. If Leon does win, okay, there is a chance that Lance might win. Leon is probably going to defeat Lance, you know, the OG original champion, or whatever, and, like, that's just a way to really introduce how powerful Leon is and declare him as the strongest. And that's, like, someone that Ash is going to go throughout this entire journey trying to beat eventually. He's going to train and try to learn why Leon is so great. And since Leon is also really, really young, this could relate to Ash a lot more as well. So I could see where, you know, that's probably where they're going to go. And perhaps throughout the entire series, you know, Leon winning and Leon being the world champion and stuff like is what's going to drive Ash down a certain goal. Perhaps a certain journey. Perhaps maybe him officially, winning the world championship himself, or just defeating Leon and claiming the title that way. I don't know. Or maybe just beating him or fighting him and almost beating him at the very, very end of the series, almost reaching that par, that level. Where exactly he's going to end up at the end of the series, we don't know yet, but I'm thinking that's what's going to happen. Maybe 3 years from now, we'll see it, right? One epic final battle. But who knows how that's going to turn out. Looks like Pikachu is going to Dynamax, so that should be interesting as well. It's also interesting to see that Lance has, a red shiny Gyarados, which, we saw in the actual games. So that's actually pretty cool too. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you guys can post it in the comment section below your thoughts and feelings. Who do you think is going to win? How do you think this is going to go down? What do you think about my thoughts in particular? I think those are what I think is going to happen. Leon's going to beat Lance. Leon's then going to beat Ash, but Ash is going to be driven by this and want to pursue a goal in defeating Leon later, and will eventually build up a really masterful team. I mean, he already has Dragonite, right? He also has Mr. Mime kind of in his arsenal too. Some people were trying to point that out to me, that, Dragonite and Pikachu aren't the only two, and yes, he could be using Mr. Mime as well. But nonetheless, Mr. Mime is a great battler, as we've seen, so perhaps, this team already looks legendary. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, post it in the comment section below. I love your faces. Can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Subscribe if you have not yet. Let's discuss more of this. Looks like things are about to get very interesting. Anyway, love you. Can't wait to see you next one, and peace off. Thank you very much.